much cost I have incurred. I don't need to see all the stage-wise values. I can simply directly go to the total cost. So this is how people, whenever there is a need, you can present your data in a beautiful waterfall chart over here.
The total 3,25,000. How we got it into a green bar?
It has come automatically by default.
Is I missed one step. I have added the data labels, but I think there was one step in between. I think
Okay, you can share your screen. Let's see.
can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, keep the cursor outside first. Then just select only total cost. Select one more time total cost. Right click on that. No, no. Select total cost first.
On the chart itself, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now select one more time. So total cost alone has to be
Yeah,
selected.
yeah,
Now
got
right click on that. Set as total. Down.
got it, got it, sir. Thank you.
Yep. So this is how people we have understood how to create a beautiful waterfall. So it is not confined alone to accounts, finance, or production planning, HR, stores, wherever you are, you can make use of this chart. This is a very beautiful one and more nowadays in demand in the corporate world. Okay. Now, coming to the next pie chart. Sometimes what it happens, people, though you create a very beautiful column chart, line chart, or something, but our people, they will be demanding only pie chart. They will be not be comfortable in any other chart type because they don't like it and they don't understand what exactly we are going to get out of this. That's why they will prefer to pie chart. But pie chart has a drawback. What is the drawback? When your data is negative, pie chart is failed in presenting the same. So the better option you would say, if you ask me, always better to go on presenting this kind of bar diagram. So even though you have a negative, you can showcase it properly. So nowadays, this is why there's more, I mean, people are more preferring to the bar chart than your pie chart. But yes, if there is a need, how to present your pie chart in a beautiful fashion, just say. We can select our data. We can go to insert. We have an option called pie. In that pie, go for the first option called 2D pie. Now this 2D pie, whatever the pie chart, I told you when you have a chart in place, what is the first thing we should do? We should go for what? Design, take the last tile. Always follow the same rhythm. Then it will create a unwanted legend for us. Yes. So this legend is unwanted. You can delete it by selecting the same and hitting the delete button. And chart title, we can keep it in the right side. So this is what the minimum formatting we should do in pie chart. Once it is ready, kindly confirm. I'll proceed. Is it ready? Okay, Sukhada and Suraj, they have confirmed. How about others? Kindly help me. Now, once we have done with this over here, next thing is, as I told you, always make your chart more informative by simply right click on any of the pie and add data labels. So you can notice that the data labels are coming up, some inside the pie and some are outside of the pie area. Ideally, the pie chart should have the data labels outside of the pie. So you can select one of the data label. All the data labels should be in selection. Right click upon the same and go for format data labels. So when you go for format data labels, a dialog box appears and in the bottom side you will be finding by default the label position it shows as best fit, but go for outside end. So automatically all those labels will be appearing outside of your pie area. So this is the first change. Then make it bold, Control B. If necessary, increase the font size to make it more readable. Ideally, when you go for a pie chart, the data labels we must express in percentage. So here we do have an option called percentage. Checkbox is not activated. You can activate that. And once percentage is activated, value is not playing any role. So above to the percentage value option, you can deactivate. Mere having the percentage, again, that leads to a lot of questions in the audience mind that green color pertaining to which month, orange color pertaining to which month. People may ask this kind of questions. So before they ask, you have to give it to them. How? There's an option called category name. Checkbox is not activated. You can activate that. Now, month details also appearing in your data labels, but the problem is it is just overlapping with each other and it is appearing in two different lines. So how to give a neat and clean look with regard to my data labels? There is an option over here called separator in the side bottom side, just see separator. And there is a drop down also there towards your right side. In this drop down, you can go to the last option, which demands the called option called space. And once you choose that, it goes into appear in one line. So this is how the minimum requirement you should fulfill for your pie chart and make it even more better over here. All right. So what we did, first we go for outside end, then we have activated our percentage, we have deactivated our value, we have activated category name, we have gone for separator over here, and this drop down we have choose the option naming called space. Kindly confirm once this is done.
Once the labels get deselected, how do we select them again? All? Is there
Again
any
go on, again and select, go and select one, all will be selected.
For me, it's not getting. Don't know why.
You can share your screen. You have to keep the cursor outside first. Outside in the sense outside of the chart area. Click once. Now select one. All will be selected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop sharing. Can you share one screen? Can you see?
Yeah, I've already shared.
Okay. I have to log out.
Hmm.
Just 1 minute. I'm just sharing the screen, and again, I'll stop it myself.
Okay, you can log in again. No problem. All right. So now once we have done with this, see, whatever we have done at this state, anybody can do. It's not a rocket science. So now the time has come how to make our presentation different from others. So here, what you can do, first of all, you have to identify which month we have got the maximum occupancy. So if you look at, we have got in the month of May, we got the maximum occupancy or percentage, right? Now remember one thing, whenever you have a pie chart, the maximum pie or the maximum occupancy, whichever the pie is having, it should be over here facing to this corner. So where exactly the November is there, May month data should be there over here. Why? Is it really necessary? Is it hard and fast rule? It's not necessary. It's the latest style, like to give a beautiful meaning to the charts. So how to bring May to the November area? Simply by rotating the pie. But how to rotate the pie? Right click on the pie anywhere, go for Format Data Series, and you will be finding, okay, over here, a dialog box appears where angle of first slice. A marker is there, a bar is there. So that marker you can slide in the bar, your pie chart will start rotating. Can you see? So now when I go and rotate somewhere around 130 to 35, you will be getting that angle. Okay. So this is how you can rotate your pie. Now close this window.
Is it possible that we show the sales data in a descending order with topmost as 16%, then 15, and followed by the others in a pie?
No, no.
Okay,
So those things, first of all, this data is not meant for sorting because we have a timeline data.
right.
So timeline data cannot be sorted.
Okay,
If you sort the data based on the values, then the month also will get disturbed. So you
right.
should not do that, first of all.
Okay,
Now, coming back to over here, keep your cursor outside, click once. Now select May month pie. You can see all the pies are in selection. Now select one more time May month, only May month pie alone would be selected. Now, like the way you bring, I mean, you order pizza in the Pizza Hut or you go for dining purpose in Domino's otherwise, the moment the Pizza Hut comes or the delivers, how do you take a slice out? Similarly, take this May month slice out, and that turns out to be a beautiful story. What kind of story? Like from the entire 12 months of data, during the month of May, we got the maximum revenue. So anybody, whoever is watching my data, they can make out, right? So this is how we have understood how to make our pie chart presentation better whenever there is a need over here. Clear? Any difficulties, anybody? So one more chart type I will show you. This is just for information. Sometimes what it happens if you're working with a MNC or if you have multi-countries presence over there, mostly your European and American counterparts, they love to see this kind of chart called benchmark. But there is no such kind of category chart options called benchmark. This is nothing but the other versions of your target versus actuals or budget versus actuals or planned versus actuals. So don't be again in the impressions that how to create this kind of benchmark chart and all. This is there is no such kind of chart type like our waterfall. It's a version specific. Similar, there is no such kind of chart called benchmark. So this is just for information. So whenever you happen to see, don't be panic for it. This is just a coin term and other versions of your target versus actuals. All right. Now coming to our automatic chart. So how to create a automatic chart? What is the meaning by automatic chart? Is it something that I can look at the data and command to Excel? Excel will recognize my voice and it will plot a graph? No. Automatic chart is something we'll prepare our chart only once in such a way whenever we go and plot the graph and we'll just populate only the data. We are not going to keep on working with our chart area. Okay. It'll be more clear when we go for it. Just see. I'll go and delete March to December data. You can also delete, not a problem. Numbers are changing. Don't be worried for that. This is because of the formula. Now, once you delete your data from March to December, just watch my screen. No need to do anything. Watch my screen. I have got 2 months data over here. I plot a graph, no doubt. Now, tomorrow, when I complete my business for the month of March and I plot my data, do you see March month data is coming up inside the chart area? Do you see any view sign? No. Why it is not turning up? When you select your chart, then we realize our data is not extended till March. So we slightly take this mouse pointer and we drag it like this and chart is populated. This is how we do. Do you all agree? Right? So there is nothing wrong. What we are doing is absolutely fine. I mean, there is nothing wrong or harm doing that. But the problem is this action is recurring in nature. Each and every month, I have to go and do this job. Now you can ask me a question, Pravas, why don't you take an anonymous range like this? What will be happening? This will be creating a lot of empty space. So my audience will ask a question, Pravas, why there are so many blank space over here? Can I say, sir, we are yet to complete the business year? This is not the right way to express. So what we can do now, what is the problem we have understood? Then how to present it effectively? Just say, selecting the data, convert your data into table. What is the shortcut? Anybody? To convert your data into table?
Control T.
Control T. The moment we hit, it is converting the data into table format. Now plot the graph. What is the shortcut to plot a graph?
Alt F1.
Alt F1. Very good. Now do whatever the changes you learned as a formatting. Going to design, take the last tile, then plus symbol, remove the grid lines, then add data labels, axis scale doesn't need, and if necessary, increase the font size a bit. Chart title should be there in the right side of the chart area. And if you had multicolor chart options, right click, format data series, fill and line, vary colors by point. So your multicolor chart will be ready. So this is how whatever the things we have learned, we have implemented at our place. Not a problem. Okay. Now here, once we made it over there, now just for the timing, only fill the month. Don't fill the data. See, I'll go and fill March. It is immediately comes up. April, added. May, turns up. June, completely come in the picture. Can you see? It automatically creates its own interval, data labels are added, multicolor functionalities are also happening. I don't need to bother about that. I only need to concentrate on my data filling. Now, once I do this, what is the benefit of doing that? Just see, any point of time, if I want to showcase my data only for a particular quarter, I can go to month and I can choose which month, say April, May, and June, the quarter alone I want to showcase. So what happened? Unwanted data are not showing to the people. Unwanted questions are not going to come. Data becomes very crisp, neat and clean, not overloaded and presentable. So this is how, whenever there's a need, if you convert your data into table, one more advantage of doing the same in terms of charts and graphs also, you can make it dynamic, right? Just check it out. All these things are happening. Kindly confirm. Any doubt, any queries? Charts and graphs always try to keep your background completely neat and clean. Do not take this kind of backgrounds. Okay, like people I have seen what they do, they go for this kind of backgrounds. They go for format and they go for Sheffield. They take this kind of backgrounds. So do not take this kind of high definition backgrounds and try to populate. It is not going to give a eye-catchy presentations. Always keep your background complete, neat and clean. So whenever if you wish to take a printout also, it will be more, pleasant to our eyes and people will love to see that. Okay. And do not take multiple colors. Just always take maximum 2 to 3 color combinations. So always keep your chart hygiene. Don't make it overloaded. Don't take multiple plottings and having overload with the data labels. Nobody's interested to see that even.
So can
And
you please,
whenever, Mhm.
sorry, go ahead,
No
sir. Go
problem.
ahead.
No, done, done. You tell me.
Can you please click on the last tab, the automatic chart?
Hmm.
So here, just want to know the colors which we have changed.
Hmm.
I tried to do it by going to the format, by going to the reset match style, but it's not giving me the
No, no,
output.
no, not recess to mass style.
Mhm.
You should go for right click, format data series,
Data series. Okay. Got it.
and then going to the first icon, fill within that vary colors by point.
Yeah, got it, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem. All right, so any doubt, any queries for the day, people? So I believe, as usual, so it has added some knowledge to your knowledge curve, and you learned some more functions, formulas to make the things better. The dashboards, purpose, what are the formula functions we look up with combination of match and multiple uses of VLOOKUP formula, nested functions, logical functions. So taking the live data, keep practicing about all these things because in training, everything seems to be like a fairy tale. Trust me. Unless and until you see the different scenarios, you will not able to map it properly. You cannot apply different types of logics over there. So you have to keep practicing, taking the different challenges, different types of data. And if at all any point of time any queries comes, very well drop email. I will help you out, don't worry about it. But you have to practice well first. All right, so any queries, any doubts, anybody? So I'm just placing a small request in the chat box, a link. So just take a pen of 1 minute time, click on that link, and whatever things you liked about our session, you can just give 2 to 3 lines. That will be really appreciating our work and will be very glad even. And in the meantime, if you have any queries, you can ask me.
Prabhas, there is one
Yeah.
workbook named multi-sheet analysis. So is that like we have to practice upon, or what is it for?
Yeah, you can practice upon that when you want to have some real-time ready-made data. These are the real-time data only. So you can make
Okay.
use of that for your practicing purpose if you
Okay, so
want to
that's
go for.
mainly for the practicing purpose.
Yes, yes, yes. The data
Okay.
sets I have shared with you. You can
Haha.
use it for multi-purpose.
Yeah. Sure.
So in this 4 days journey, we learned so many things, right? Any one topic you believe that this is going to help you out in your routine activities? I'll start from Rahul.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, Rahul.
Hello. Hi, Prabhas.
Yeah.
Prabhas, it was great learning from you.
Mm-hmm.
It is not like one or two things is going to help me. Like mainly, I told you from the beginning of this class, I'm looking for some nested functions.
Mm-hmm.
So nested functions is going to work, and data visualizations is going to work with me.
Great.
And you know the type of sorting and making that data analysis over the chart. It is going to help me out.
Great. Yes.
And yeah, these are the
No
things
problem. No
which
problem.
help me out.
Okay. Rahul, thank you so much. Next, I'll go to
Thank you.
Aditya.
Yeah, hi Prabhas. Overall, it
Yeah.
was a wonderful session. I
Mm-hmm.
learned this data cleaning,
Mm-hmm.
pivot and chart and VLOOKUP, sum if functions. Everything was useful and I am going to apply it. I have to reiterate it multiple times as you have already suggested. We have
Yeah.
to practice it, otherwise, it looks like a fairy tale when we are watching this training program, but I'll have to practice it.
Cool.
So that I'll do.
Okay.
And
No problem.
what was useful, it will add value to whatever I'm doing in my office work.
Okay. Great. I'm glad that it makes a difference. Well, next I'll go to Sukada.
Yeah, it really, I mean, was very, very insightful. And I think the part that I will be using the most will be probably the dashboards,
Mm-hmm.
creating the dashboards. I have a lot of data set to work on, and I think that's the reason why I was hired in this company. I mean, at my new role.
Right. Right.
So I think that will help me to a greater extent and excel in this new career, a new job role that I have recently taken up. So
Right.
thank you so much. And I'm actually tempted to attend like one more, I mean, more sessions from you, I think into maybe PowerPoint or another forms of Excel, I think VBA and also I will surely be keen to take them up as well.
No problem. I would suggest you rather going for Excel VBA macro.
Yeah.
See that you go for Power BI, which is the next more demanding tool in the market. See,
Okay.
when I'm learning something and that will be more useful in my career growth, I would prefer you to go for that. See, Excel VBA and macro, though the charm is there, but unless and until you are into that specific job role, like a kind of a more into the consolidation of multiple Excel files and Excel sheets and creating
Okay.
automation
Okay.
something, that will not help that extent.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Prabhas. I was supposed to ask you this, but Sugita asked this one. But what I'm telling you is the pre-full, they have the platform they are using. If they doesn't have the platform, like I don't have a Power BI options in our concern, so no use of that. So what we
Right.
can do?
No, no, no. It depends. It's not necessary or mandatory that your organization should use, but why they are not using? Because they have never seen the flavor of that.
Yes.
Now, if I tell you, since you are in 2013, if I tell you something about 365 features, I just can theoretically tell you can say, okay, there is a new version, something new would be there. But if I tell you something, the power of that and how to make your life easy, if I guide you properly, then definitely you can understand, okay, I can make the things over here better. So when you have the entire things to automate in Power BI, then why don't you use that? That's my perception.
Yeah, yeah, it's
And
your
you don't need to.
perception, but what I'm talking about, generally, I'm talking about there is no provision. So that type of people, what they can do. Yeah.
Right. So if there is no provision means we can't help it out because see at the end of the day the organizations what they deal that matters the most. If my
Okay.
organization is not willing to invest on that, I can't help with it. But who knows tomorrow if I switch my job to any other company as for my career growth, I may choose
Yeah,
switch my
definitely,
company.
definitely.
So
Yeah,
those
it is going to
organizations.
enhance my skills.
Right. So what we need to do is we need to keep upgrading ourselves. We should not wait that my organization should demand, then I should go and learn. Like see the best case studies, the Nokia. We have seen since our earlier days when the Nokia was there was 65% global share they were having once upon a time.
Okay.
But now
Okay.
they are completely out of the picture. You know why?
No.
The reason is
They didn't go with the Android.
right. So they did not change themselves. They did not accept the changes. They felt that whatever we manufacture, the same Symbian mobiles, it will be still in the market and they will be the global player. From
Hmm.
65, immediately their global percentage, the sales revenue turnover has gone down to 35%. Still, it was not an alarm for them. They kept quiet. Then it has gone drastically to 30%. And they did a great mistake. They went to Microsoft. Instead of going to Android, they went to Microsoft. Who is using the Microsoft mobile when people are very user friendly, pocket friendly Android mobile? And finally, Microsoft has done a favor. They have taken over Nokia. So that's
Hmm.
what the whole story. So the bottom line is if you do not upgrade your skills depends upon the market, then you will be always in the back seat. You will be losing the opportunity. What is your caliber, what you deserve, you will be always losing that. So I would
And
suggest
Prabhas,
don't stop
thank you
there.
for your explanations. And one more question, personally, I'm asking you: are you taking classes for budgeting and forecasting?
No, no, no. That is only for tailor-made programs, only for corporates, because there will go for sensitivity analysis, will go for one to the analysis tool pack, will be using the forecasting techniques like the methods, whatever you are using mostly into the statistics, there will be teaching them into the corporates. And unless and
Hmm.
until people are from the statistical background, they can't understand the whole story. This is the reason why we have a specific prerequisite for those kind of tailor-made programs.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
All right,
Thank you.
so I'll go for next Himanshu. So Himanshu, what's your perception? Which one you like the most that is going to help you a lot? Himanshu, we're unable to hear you if you are speaking something then. No, no, Himanshu, we are not able to hear you. Okay, so let him join back. Next, I'll go to Param.
Prabhas, really a wonderful session. Actually, it's very useful to me actually,
Okay.
especially for the dashboard and data visualization and entire all functions. It is useful for my current job role.
Okay.
And also, I'm looking for PowerPoint session also.
Yeah, that you can get in touch with Nivedita. She will keep you posted about the upcoming programs, and you
Mm-hmm.
can plan your calendar and you can join. No issues about
Mm-hmm.
it.
Okay, okay, okay. But really,
Okay.
big thanks, big thanks. It's
No problem.
really
No problem.
like no, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Next, I'll go to Dhananjay.
Yeah, thanks a lot, sir. It was indeed a very great learning.
Mhm,
And this is not the only course I have taken. I have taken the PowerPoint, which was
mhm,
before this batch, and I
right,
would say the consistency is the same. So
mhm,
it's like you just unlearn the learn is that kind of
Yeah.
thing. So there are a lot of things which I used to heavily depend on my subordinates to
Mhm.
go ahead and give me all the VLOOKUPs and other things. But now I'm in a position where I'm supposed to go ahead and give it to the executive management. So in
Mhm.
when I'm been tasked with such kind of a responsibility, I enjoyed each and every session and each and every function of the Excel you have taught. And it was overall a great experience. I have already shared my reviews on Google,
Thank you so
and
much.
I would still be keen to go ahead and learn MS Visio. And
Mhm.
I would be looking forward for some sessions where if you can come up with some training where you can teach us how do we integrate the Microsoft Excel with the AI and do things with more pace without remembering a lot of formulas. I don't know if you have any sessions, but if you have, then please let me know. I will enroll for it. But if you don't have, then I would say I would strongly recommend, sir. You have you are genius. So you can please take this additional level of business and
Yeah,
Mhm,
that's like I am glad that you have given me that inputs. But the thing is, those things we are only delivering to the corporates because see, AI generated tools. What it happens,
mhm,
most of the people they do not have 365. As we see in today's group also, our friend Rahul, he doesn't have 365. He is working still in 2013. So
right.
the program, what it happens, when the people do not have the provision of that version, it's of no use attending such kind of. So mere watching the screen doesn't help. You have to have the
Right.
hands-on practice. So
Yes.
this is the only reason why we are not conducting such kind of programs. And that is there, but it's only for the corporates. Like if your corporate
Okay.
a group of people, they're
Mhm,
interested, we can customize the program, one day program on generating AI with
mhm,
Excel, how to integrate and
mhm,
customize the formulas,
mhm.
functions, charts and graphs, flow of your presentation,
Right.
complete, like we can give it, deliver the program. It's there. It's already
So
there for the corporates only.
right. So I have one question, sir. I
Yeah.
have seen you've been using this term quite frequently about the corporates, right?
Yeah.
So I am working for a global bank now.
Mhm,
When you say
mhm.
corporate, do you need an approval, or do we need to go ahead and onboard you as an instructor in our organization, or you just need a group of 5 to 8 people with a common interest and you can conduct a session?
It's either way. It's either way. Suppose your companies, say corporate in the sense, a group of people,
Mhm,
when they're coming up together with a plan. Suppose say you want to execute a task of on the training program on advanced Excel.
mhm.
So advanced Excel, it starts from minimum 2 days, max 5 days.
Right.
But what you need, what is the target audience, and what are the topics they are especially looking for? So
Mhm,
we customize the module accordingly. Suppose you say, Prabhas, I just want only pivot table, conditional formatting, charts and graphs. My
right.
people are aware of the basics, they know the formulas, but focus on these three topics only. Then we will design the module accordingly. Now, some people they're already working in Excel. They ask us, Prabhas, I just want you to go for only Power Query and Power Pivot. We customize accordingly. So this is
Mhm,
how different programs means for the only for the corporate where a group of people comes and they ask us, and our trainer goes to their location and we deliver the program in their facility, their premises.
okay.
This is one. This is for the physical or classroom training. Now,
Mhm,
suppose say people from different countries, say somebody
mhm,
from Philippines, somebody from Singapore, your company people are sitting, but they are in the same department, and
mhm,
you want to bring them in one place, and you want to go for a live online training like this. That
mhm.
also possible in the weekdays, 4 hours, 4 hour sessions. We can make it, and
Okay.
we can make it a limit program. So there are a lot of flexibility for the corporates we do have
Okay.
because ideally 90%, 95% we work only for the corporates.
Yes. No, because being from a security perspective, it's really a pain to get the trainers inside the campus because they have lot of protocols, and it usually goes to a lot of people for approval, and we end up losing our timeline. So the live session can be conducted, so that is
Yes, that is there
something which is
anytime.
really great because. Uh, that is something which I'll be coming back to you shortly. And the second thing
Anytime.
is when do you have the MS Visio training, upcoming
Mhm.
training?
We do not have for the individuals. That's again for the
It's
corporates.
for okay, got
Yeah,
it.
you can come up with a plan with your group of people, like at least minimum 10 people. If you're there, that will be cost effective for you.
Sure.
So you one
Uh,
or two people, then it will not be. I mean, individually, as I prefer not to do that.
yes, yes, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
We would be at least with a group of 7 people. So I'll come back to you on that.
Sure, sure, no
But
problem.
overall, it was a superb experience. And
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for being patient and answering everything.
No
Thank
problem.
you so much.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Rahul, Rahul, could you please keep your mic on mute? Rahul,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah. Yes. Next, I'll go to Suraj.
Yeah, hi. It was good session for me. Actually, I used to always rely on my backend for all
Mm-hmm.
my stuff, so never got into details of Excel. And I
Mm-hmm.
was always thinking this is just the job to be done by backend, but got to know a lot of things. Yeah, like pivot will help me, VLOOKUP will help me, and then a dashboard also. So it
Mm-hmm.
was good. A lot of knowledge. I
Okay.
hope I
Okay.
recollect everything and practice it. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You see, recollection purpose, that's what I am giving the helping hand. The recordings are always there with you. Don't worry.
Yeah, one
So keep
session I
practicing.
practiced that way, checking the
Yeah.
recording. But
So you're,
while we are
yeah.
on in the class, when so ongoing training, that time it's easier. But when we are looking at the recording, it takes a lot of time.
True, that will see. From novice to some look, at least you have increased your level of understanding, right? So the recordings will be helping you since you have already learned that one time. It will be easy to recollect. So you should not give a gap in between. You should keep this momentum going. Like whatever you have attended, you have learned, you have to keep working on that. You have to keep watching the recordings, and that will be helping you to register the things easily and try to implement at your workplace.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And just like this was a 4 hour session, I don't
Mhm.
know, everything is fine, but will it help if it would have been 2 hours? Like
No, no.
less of, no.
See, 2 hours, what is going to happen? The duration will again extended, and somewhere the other, what will be happening? You will be having some other commitments. Will be giving more preference to your personal commitment than the learning, and you will be having that. Okay, recording will be getting, so I can manage. This is how the mindset of the human being. So this is the only reason why we do not entertain 1 hour, 2 hour sessions, not only for individuals but also for the corporates. We never, I mean, we say no straight away, because see, the thing is, though I mean, you will be attending the session first 10 to 20 minutes, I have to give you a like of a refresher kind of stuffs to get the connectivity from the earlier session to current session.
Yeah.
So it will not be effective. First of all, the window time, what you're going to spend, it is not going to be effective. It will be a repetition of the same topics. So
Uh-huh.
that's the only reason why we do not conduct such kind of 1 hour, 2 hour classes. We always take it this kind of
After
model.
R&D,
Yeah.
this has come.
There are a lot of
And
things I have done
what
and
what
we'll
is
cover
the
with us.
alternate you are suggesting for macros? Like you said that instead of macros,
You go for Power BI because
Power PI.
yeah, Power BI is a separate tool altogether of a Microsoft product only, where you can handle your data by keeping into the backend. And there are two tools which is actually technically working called Power Query and Power Pivot, which handles your whole data. And in the front end, only thing is you can show only the visuals. You don't need to be just worried about it. The entire things will be handled by Power BI.
So it's more for the presentation, is it?
No, no, no. It's more not only presentations, it is more into the data analytical side, like more insights bringing to the data, more life bringing to the data. If you have last 5 to 6 years of data, you want to show the trend, and based on that, you want to take a call. What would be my next 5 years? Where do I stand? And how I see my future of the company. All these things, like your predictive analysis, all these things you can do by taking the Power BI.
Power PI.
Yeah.
Okay. And I actually I was looking for something automated like Excel. Pivot should happen automatically, and that will be related to macros, is it?
Yes, that is related to macro. So what we are doing it manually, the same
Uh-huh.
thing you can do it with macro, but we have to write the coding for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just showing
All
the
right.
Power
Thank you so
BI.
much.
Yeah, yeah. If you are not getting late, I will take your permission to showcase something about Power BI. See, this is your Power BI
That's
window. Able to see my Power BI window?
yes, yes.
Right. Now, suppose say somewhere you want to load something. Now take a look. I have got the data something. I'll showcase.
So Prabhas, I have one query. Suppose
Yeah.
I am using this student version of MS Windows,
Hmm.
MS Office. My
Okay.
office laptop is having 365. So can I, during the training, Power BI training, can I use that laptop for training purpose and
Yeah.
for?
Yeah. You can do it. See, as long as your IT is permitting, you just take the formal approval for that because sometimes what it happens, no, the IT they keep some kind of backend some engine I mean which will be tracing out if you are using some other hours or other softwares or other MS Teams links. It will being captured in the backend. So you take the permission that I am using for my educational purpose, for my learning purpose. Can I use that? So get a formal approval, then you can use it. It's not a problem,
Okay.
right?
And
So
what
this
about
is
this VBA macros? It is also working in only in 365.
no. That is not confined to the version, but yes, it will be working any versions. But if you have the latest version, you have got the object libraries different. But Excel VBA purpose, any version will be fine. 13, 16, 19, 365, it will be fine. Not a problem.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Now this is your what your Power BI visuals. See, any point of time, any visuals you want to work with, so different visuals mostly will present. This is the output, or this is your front end of that data. Now, if you see behind this, what is the data modeling is there? So these are the different data modeling. So this many tables we have created, this many files it has been connected. Can you see the relationship, how it has been built in the backend? All are our data files and it is being connected over here. So that many files in the backend, it is connected. And if you see, these are the visuals report view. This is your tabular data, how it is being, these are the different tables you could see. All these tables are connected over here. And finally, this is the data modeling. And this is what the visuals you can keep creating multiple pages like your PowerPoint pages, how your slides you design, similar fashion you can do. And if you want to operate with that, how it works, just see. Any point of time, I want to see the scorecard of a particular, say, country or particular anything over here. Then I'll go for over here, suppose say industry margin analysis. I want to see a particular record. So automatically on a clicker button, like our slicers we used in pivot table, everything will be displayed on the clicker button.
Oh,
So everything is
okay.
changing over here.
So this will be
That's a,
less of effort.
yes, the only pain you have to take only in this is the data modeling. This, if you done it properly, then rest of things is a cakewalk for you. So people struggle over here. They don't understand the concept. They immediately jump into the visuals. So that is what I do not recommend. First, understand the whole concept of data modeling. So once your model is fine, you can play around with any kind of visuals over there in the front end. And that's what Power BI.
Okay. Yeah, this is good.
I mean, see, when you have something and if you're unable to present it, showcase it to the people, it is of no use. What I suggest is when you have large volume of data, then you should learn also how to present it effectively,
Yeah,
right?
true. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for your
No
support
problem. No
and time.
problem. It's my pleasure. So keep practicing and always stay in touch. If you have any queries, I'm there to support. Don't worry.
Yeah,
And keep
this line